Hi guys, welcome to some more Real Talk Dog Talk. I'm Tori.
And I'm Barb.
For those of you who haven't joined us before, if you have any questions or comments, you can email us at realtalkdogtalk@yahoo.com.
And if you are a regular listener and or emailer, we love hearing from you. Keep those emails coming in. It gives us some excellent ideas for our episodes.
Yes.
So, we were talking a little bit about canine massage last week.
Yes.
And we kind of danced over the whole thing, but really there are a lot of different methods and techniques, and they all have a purpose.
They do.
One thing that I actually found through continued research is that, I think a lot of people look at the holistic and massage approach to health being a new age kind of thing.
Yeah, okay, yep.
And I was reading an article on Dogster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it said that that there is evidence that suggests that massage dates back as far as 2700 BC.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That is a long time ago.
Yes, and it is famously so it's actually known that Julius Caesar traveled with a masseuse.
For everybody?
For his own benefit, as well as, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
His dogs.
I love that.
Yeah.
See?
Julius Caesar had his dogs massaged.
He must have been all right.
Yeah, he had a clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
So, it's not really a new idea. I think it's a regrowing idea. I think it's becoming more of a health approach for people and dogs.
Right.
So, and it's not really about just being pampered, I'm going to go for a massage.
Yeah.
It's actually got some health benefits and preventative uses.
Well, and actually, before we started kind of talking about all of this stuff, I did not realize how many benefits and different types, methods that there are out there for massage, specifically for pets.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and a lot of times, I think we were talking earlier about, you were saying that dogs and horses, actually, they do it for what? Did you say it was just for overall well-being, for being in a...
Yeah, so they have the maintenance massage. That is the most common type of massage. It's pretty much just get them relaxed. It helps with general relaxation, muscle tension relief. The primary goal of the maintenance massage is to decrease muscular tension. Sorry, that was a struggle. But then the performance and sports massages, where they really talked more about horses, which there are also plenty of dogs I've seen that are athletic. They compete. They do all sorts of different active activities.
Active activities.
Yeah.
Well, I think when you think in terms of performance, I think back to when the boys were in sports.
Yeah.
Travis was heavy, your older brother was heavy into sports, and they were oftentimes talking about muscle recovery.
Yes.
So that makes me think that would be, where a massage would be applicable.
It definitely is too. With that specific type of massage, it improves work efficiency, increases skills, flexibility, helps with consistent performance, improve muscle memory, and it can even actually correct bad posture if your animal happens to have bad posture, which that's something that you would have to make sure you're talking to your vet about. Right. And just check with them to make sure that is the kind that's the kind that they would need.
Right.
with the performance and sports massage and the rehabilitation massage, you really want to make sure that you have a certified animal masseuse or a vet refer you to one of those, because those are where, like you had said, it helps with even healing from injuries.
Right.
It helps the body heal quicker. So those are all really good benefits. Better circulation, decreasing inflammation. Again, we were talking about this early too. Helps form healthy scar tissue.
Yeah. I don't really know what unhealthy. I mean, I believe it's out there.
Yeah,
I guess I don't really know what unhealthy scar tissue is, because I think scar tissue is like
scar tissue.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
But I don't know exactly what healthy or unhealthy scar tissue is.
Yeah, which I guess I probably could have looked into that a little further, because I'm not really sure. Yeah. What's bad scar tissue?
But you know what? In a nutshell, if it helps and makes things heal better, faster, I think it's definitely worth it. It's interesting because I, keep hearing over and over when I'm reading this stuff, circulation, a lot of the same terminology I'm hearing, circulation and helps with inflammation. And you just keep hearing that over and over and over. And it makes me really think how important good circulation is to the well-being of your dog's body or your body, really.
It really is. It's a huge deal.
So, I mean, that pops up when you're talking about the performance massage or just a basic massage.
Yep.
I mean, it's just always in there. So I think that we forget how important that can be.
Well, and even for people, too. I know we're not here to talk about people, but...
We're not here to do people talk, real talk.
Real talk, people talk.
Oh, right. Sorry, I got it backwards.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, well, and I did some looking on just what a basic massage is. And they always talk about stroking, which is where you start with any massage.
Yeah.
And it was referring to just relaxing the dog. And it also gives the person who's giving the massage the opportunity to, feel the muscles and the structure of the body and see where the tension is and where they need to be focused with the massage.
That makes sense.
One of the basic methods is effleurage, and that's where they're like gliding strokes that follow the lines of the dog's muscles, and it helps, again, with circulation and swelling.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to work from the ends of the dog's body towards the heart. I don't know how that works from the rear end up, but there must be some way of, making that happen.
Yeah.
But that to me seems almost like a more relaxing type of massage.
Definitely does.
Although I understand, it's got the circulation and swelling in there. So that does have health benefits too. And then another one they came up with, or I read on, was the petrissage. And that is where you use your entire hand and you're kneading the muscle and the skin.
Okay.
And I read on one of the articles, it was saying that some people feel like that could hurt your dog to do that. And I think that kind of depends on how much pressure you're putting on it.
Well, and I had read also, if your dog is saying they've had enough, let them be done.
Yeah.
Because they'll tell you.
Right. Well, and, I think it's just important, especially with the skin, not to do it too hard so you aren't, like, pinching.
Right.
And that particular type it goes from the tail to the head.
Oh, okay.
You need upward. Now, the last one is...
concussive stroke.
Yes. And that is chopping and tapping.
It's like, it's I can do that right now.
Thanks for the demonstration.
I know you guys can't see it, but it was good. Okay.
But they were saying that, this energizes the tissue and increases circulation. Again, it's going back to the circulation. So it's really kind of makes you think a little bit about how important circulation is. And also, that's why you don't always want to have your dogs confined in a small area.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't promote good circulation. They aren't moving their body. They aren't getting out there and walking around and running around and stretching and doing all those things. So circulation is really important.
It is a huge deal.
Also, they were saying that the chopping, as Tori was demonstrating,
Yes.
is great for the muscles, but when they tap, it's actually for a more focused area.
That does make sense, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And also fun.
For who?
Everybody.
The tapper or the tappy?
Tapper.
Okay.
I would enjoy doing that. I'm going to do it to Enzo. Okay.
You're going to go tap him?
I'm going to tap him. Well, and that actually, with the relaxation massage, that's a big one too. That concentrates on the nervous system only.
Which one is that then?
The relaxation massage.
That works on the nervous system.
Yep, it mostly uses the nerve reflex massage. That's over the spinal column, and we got another big word, guys, okay? It elicits the parasympathetic response.
Yay. There's a word to Google. Parasympathetic.
Yeah, parasympathetic. It clears nervous tension and blockage. And, okay, we're getting serious, okay? This is vital energy stuff, okay?
Oh.
It restores the flow all throughout the spine to the rest of the body. If that doesn't sound relaxing, I don't know what is.
Well, in Dogster, they were saying that, massage isn't really just about pampering yourself.
Yeah.
It's actually about good health.
It really is. The more I look into it, that is 100% correct. While I was looking, I read that stretching is a really big part of massage, not because it's actually massage in itself, but because it complements and facilitates the massage itself, no matter what kind you're doing.
Okay.
So that it increases the elasticity in joints and ligaments, which helps with circulation. Therefore, complementing and, going right along with the massages.
And there's the circulation again.
Yeah, it's a huge
it's like
deal.
Every turn that, when you do reading on this, it just keeps coming up. And it's the one thing that is consistent and common in all facets of the massage is the circulation.
Yeah. Well, when I initially started looking this up, I came across a flurry of different types of, they were referring to people massage, so I had to do a couple searches to get a little bit more specific for the animals, because it just kept wanting to bring things up for people. They're trying to bring up Swedish massage and cupping and all those other things, and those are great for people also. But I don't want to read that, okay? I'm busy talking about dogs.
Yeah.
So, get out of here with that. But there is a ton of information, and if you ever don't know, talk to your vet.
Yeah, anything that is, I was going to say health related, but if you have any concerns about anything related to your pet, it could even be behaviors, your vet is a great starting point. That way you're not making uninformed decisions. So check with your vet and do your research.
Yes. And I was reading that you also want to make sure that you're checking your state laws. With animal massage, you have to, in certain states, if you're paying for it, they absolutely have to be registered, certified, licensed.
Whatever the case may be for that particular state.
Exactly. So you want to make sure that you're checking on that before you do that, because again, there can be a lot. I take that back. There can be some negative side effects that really harmful if it's done wrong, if it's not the right type. There's a lot of different things can happen that you don't want to happen if you're not careful and using the right person.
Well, and it's not so much that there can be things that are negative about the massage, but possibly it's more an issue of whatever that health condition is might not be compatible with that type of treatment.
Exactly.
So, it's like taking a Tylenol for a wart on your toe. I mean,
exactly. Yeah.
It's not going to, so yeah, and you don't want to do anything that's going to put your dog's health at risk.
Mm-hmm.
So massage just is, I wish our insurance covered it, because
I think it should.
The more I read about it, the more it just sounds like it's just part of a really healthy regimen. I mean, like you're exercising every day, like drinking your 8 glasses of water, getting your massage once a week, once
stretching.
a month. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it just seems like massage is actually one piece of the puzzle for good health.
It can be really great for preventing chronic illnesses, even in your pets as well. I know we talked about a little of this, so I'm going to kind of be repeating from a little bit from last episode, but I think it's important.
Okay.
But it helps release metabolic waste. It stimulates the lymphatic system to improve the body functions. And, again, it can prevent chronic conditions too. So even if your dog doesn't have something wrong with them at the time, just having that done can help them be healthier for longer during their life.
Yeah.
In general.
Well, I think about like people taking, and I realize they're people, and no, it's not real talk, people talk, but I will say that, you hear even more now than you did back when you were a baby.
Yeah.
People taking their babies to chiropractors for adjustments. And do they have a back issue? Probably not. Not at that phase of their life. But a lot of parents are feeling like it just promotes good health for their newborn babies.
Well, I actually had heard that when Daytrick was a baby. He's not a baby anymore. But I just thought that was kind of silly. Because I thought, well, they're not, what are they doing? Is gravity that hard on such a small being? I don't know. But after this, I would say probably there are some benefits.
Well, I did know, at one time I knew somebody who was a massage therapist.
Oh, okay.
And she had children, and she would massage them when she would be, just at home.
Oh, man.
And I can imagine that was actually quite good for those little tots running around.
I should marry a masseuse. Just kidding. Or am I? No. I bet those boys were very relaxed a lot.
Well, I don't know. They, kids will be kids. But you have to think maybe it was promoting some really good health for them.
It probably was, actually. If she's still doing that, then probably still.
Yeah.
But I would think they might be more active now because
they're older.
They're older.
Yeah.
So, but you can still catch them.
Maybe dog massage is easier than people or kids, anyhow.
I'll tell you, my dogs let me catch them easier than my kid does. So, probably.
Or do they?
Well, okay, some of them.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
Yeah.
Maybe one of them.
But yeah, I think, I guess in many areas of life, I really feel like, in training dogs, I think about preventative handling.
Yep.
And this type of thing with the massage therapy and that just kind of goes right in with my preventative thinking. And there's just so many things that can make life easier if you think ahead.
Right.
And don't let it happen. You know, I had somebody, I used to take tons of vitamins. I was a vitamin freak.
Oh, I remember.
Now I don't really have time.
Right.
But, you know, and somebody asked me if I had a health problem. Why do I do that? And I said, because I don't want to have a health problem.
Yeah.
And, you know, I guess my whole life I've always thought in terms of preventative everything.
Right.
So, you know, learning more and more about the massage therapy just really makes me think it fits my kind of thinking.
It really does. I totally agree with that. I mean, there's so many positives, and really when you look at the drawbacks of massage, it's really just kind of related to checking with your vet and making sure it fits what your pet will need more than anything.
It might even just be a matter of, you know, at the time you take your dog in for shots, just say, hey, you know, I'd like to start some sort of massage regimen with my dog for promoting, you know, a healthy life.
Yeah.
You know, is he, you know, healthy enough to tolerate that?
Exactly.
And it might just be a matter of getting that okay before you go ahead and start it. And again, you know, I was actually going to make a list. I failed.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
Not
I failed.
No.
I wanted to make a list of online schools or training for massage therapy. Like I said last time we talked, there are some facilities where you go in and you learn it and get certified and are trained.
Yeah.
But I really started looking through them, and I felt like it was unfair to really promote one and not the other, because honestly, I don't know which is the better because I haven't researched it that far.
Right.
But there are quite a few options. There are videos that you can watch just to get an idea of what you'd be doing. There's some that have, you know, learning pet or massage therapy for your pet, you know, just your own pet, not doing it for a job.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's the internet, as much as I hate it, because it seems like it's opened up a world of scammers.
Right.
There is so much information out there on learning it and how to take care of your pets with holistic methods. I just didn't feel like I could make a list that would be accurate or fair.
Well, and that's a really good point to look for yourself. Go check it out. See what you can find for your own situation. You know, I believe there's some you can pay for and some that are free, right?
There are some that are free, and I was kind of going to start going into that, but I guess I was looking for one specific place and never found it, actually.
Oh. They must be gone.
But there are some that are free, and then there's some that you're paid for. And the states do vary whether you have to be certified or not for that.
Okay.
So I think you have to start with unless you're just doing it for your own pet.
Yeah.
I think you have to start off with your state and find out where you stand in that.
Right.
And if you're looking for a massage therapist, then you definitely want to make sure to see if your state requires that as well, so you're getting one that's qualified to do the work.
Right. Exactly.
So,
well,
I just couldn't make a list that I thought was accurate or fair.
Well, and I think that's fair in itself. You know, people can check it out and see what they can find for their own situation too. And one thing I want to bring up too, I do know I mentioned it in the last episode also, massage can be a really great thing for rescue dogs. Just teaching them that the human touch is a positive thing. It can help them with their anxiety and fears of different kinds, just because it is generally good for their whole body. You know, there's a ton of upsides to that especially with, say you get a new dog from a shelter and, you know, they're just afraid.
Well, I think, yes. Yes, I think you're right. I think I was kind of chuckling today. I was sitting on the couch
Okay.
and I was preoccupied with something I was doing, probably looking at reels.
Yeah. I know. I get sucked in.
But Bolo
Yeah.
saw me sitting there and she beelined it for me and knocked my phone clear out of my hand and pushed Elsa out of the way and sat down so I would give her a chest massage.
Oh yeah.
And that's my signature move. Shoulders down the front of the chest, shoulders down to the front of the chest. And it's almost like she sees me sitting there and she thinks that's her cue for, a quick massage. And no, I don't know massage. It's just what I do to my dogs. And it's funny because I think they really look forward to it. And for her specifically, I think it calms her down a little bit. And I think she needs that touch. I think, honestly, I've been thinking about her a lot lately.
Yeah.
I think she's a little bit insecure.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah.
And I think it makes her, feel included and a little bit more relaxed and kind of focused. She knows where she needs to be.
Yeah.
And so she is not a rescue dog.
No.
But I can see dealing with her as my own dog.
Yeah.
How it could affect a rescue.
So, disclaimer, it could work too well. I'm kind of...
Insure your phones.
Yeah.
That's all I can say on the phone.
Yeah. Get some extra padding for them, whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's a great way and bonding with your dogs. I love hearing things that creates a bond with you and your pets.
That's amazing. Okay, this is not really on the massage topic.
All right.
But I have a question. I feel like you may have answered this for me before. We had to talk about it. Something.
Okay.
Did you say or read somewhere that dogs don't like hugs? I feel like that was something that was said. Maybe.
I think it kind of depends on how you hug them.
Okay.
Like if you're hugging them and towering over them, it's making them feel like you're being dominant to them.
Oh.
I don't know if it meant like hugs.
Right.
But it did have to do with being the dominant one in a dog person thing. And to be honest, I am dominant with my dogs because I have to be.
Well, right. You're in charge.
But I don't need to make my dogs afraid of me or think they,
need to submit.
Yeah, it's not really that situation at my home. But yeah, I think it had more to do with like how you're like towering over them and hugging them. They don't like that.
I was just curious because I also rub my dog's shoulders and down at their chest and kind of down their sides. They sit directly in front of me between my feet, so similar to Bolo. But I also do hug my dogs, and how you're describing it, I guess that is kind of how I do it. And now I'm afraid but they seem happy with it. I don't know.
To be honest, I do the hugging over them.
Yeah,
and I don't know if I don't know if that's a true thing. That was something I read on one of those main pages of the internet where they've got,
the AI,
20 little articles and you can click on one.
Yeah.
I don't know who wrote that or if it was even worth reading, but I read it. And I guess, I would say Ziggy is probably my most, he's not as tolerant as the rest of my dogs, I would say.
Yeah.
And I do, because he's always with me cooking in the kitchen. Not that I cook that much, but when I do, he's at my elbows.
It's so cute.
And I always, while I'm in there, I just lean over him and give him a hug. And he doesn't seem to resist it or give me any signs that he's angry.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't know that I totally agree with it. I think it's how it's interpreted by the dog and how it's presented as well. Are you doing it in a manner where you're being dominant? I don't know. But I think a hug in general, I think that's kind of nonsense that you can't hug your dog.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I do think I'm different with, I know I'm different with my dogs than probably everybody else is. But
Well, you're weird.
I am weird. It's all right. I was just kind of, it's not exactly massage hugs, but I do the little rubbing thing with them, and then I hug them after that. And I'd hate to think that I'm unsettling them after I've just spent time trying to relax them.
Kind of undid it. Huh?
Yeah.
No. No.
It's like the Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah. No, they're, I did read that, and I don't know if it was really worth reading, but I think it's kind of the approach and how it's received. And
Okay.
I think if you have a fearful dog that is, afraid of, unusual situations, positions, sounds,
Yeah.
I think towering over them and hugging them could probably freak them out pretty good. So I think you have to think in terms of that. I also read that if you pat a dog on the head, it's a negative, where if you go under their chin and rub up, it's a positive. And I do, like when I'm walking past my dogs, I do my fingers on top of their head. And,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe according to that article, I am being negative to them, but I don't think they look negative when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So I don't know who wrote that article, but I think it might have been a crock.
Yeah, probably. Well, and, I don't think I would, I love all your dogs, but I don't treat them exactly the same as mine because they're not my dogs.
Well, your dogs are ridiculous, as are you. And your son.
Who knew it was hereditary to dogs? So weird.
Well, I think that is not only a different episode, but an entirely different kind of podcast.
Sassy, weird.
There are trainers, Tori, that say dogs are not people.
Dogs are people too. Come on. You should have seen Enzo waiting for you today. Okay.
He must have known it was Friday.
I think he did, because he was man-sitting on the couch, looking out the front window.
Was he tapping his watch saying, tick-tock, mofo?
He was. He was. He had his feet on the table, his butt on the couch, and yeah, he was waiting.
I was running late today. This is true.
He was ready for Grandma, okay? He was waiting, but he didn't want to.
Well, he does like to lay next to me while we're doing the podcast.
I know, I'm chopped liver. She shows up and, oh, moly. I see you, Jim.
Jim is looking at Tori with endearing eyes.
He's like, I still like you. Thanks, Jim. It's because we're both snots.
True. Anyhow, so massage really is a important part of just well-being, and it's sometimes, yes, it is, restorative and healing. Mm-hmm. Other times it's just the maintenance aspect of it.
Yeah.
And I think if you do have dogs that are involved in sports, competitions, dog shows, or anything that's not within the normal range, it's maybe a little bit more important to maybe would that be a maintenance or restorative massage?
Mm-hmm.
So there's things like that you got to think about.
I almost think it should be like required almost for dogs who are doing athletic things, not necessarily show dogs. I think it is probably important for them, but
I would say it's important for them in the respect of just anxiety.
Yeah.
Stress.
That's true. Yeah.
Being around many dogs, many people, that has to be somewhat chaotic and stressful for a dog, certainly not within a normal range. So I would say they would definitely benefit from it, maybe not from the standpoint of being restorative or healing, just more relaxing.
That's an excellent point, too, because my dogs don't even like a bird in the front yard. Okay. Mm-hmm. Nevertheless, a huge crowd. I've seen shows on TV where, I mean, there's got to be thousands of people at the dog show.
Yeah, and I don't think they're always quiet, too. You know, you got a lot of talking and whatever going on. I've never been to a dog show in person, so I wouldn't know. But they do clap.
Yes.
They do get loud that way. So, yeah, I think it could benefit everybody. And as far as being required... Come on, Tori.
I'm sorry. All right. Maybe a bad word.
That is a bad word. That is a bad word.
It's a very serious word.
I think you should do what you think is best for your dog in your situation.
Okay, well, that is way better than what I said, yes.
So before we go, I want to mention that Primo Corso Kennels has 2 puppies left that are available.
Yes.
One is pending, but until we have deposits, there's no ironclad agreement. So if you want to check them out, go to primocorsokennels.net. You can see our dogs and the breeding ones that some we use, some are retired, and then some are up and comers. So you can take a look at that. We have puppies posted on Facebook at Primo Corso Kennels. So check it out and see what you think. We love to get any kind of feedback we can. If you have questions, you can either email us here at Real Talk Dog Talk, or Primo Corso Kennels can certainly contact us through that as well.
Yep. Again, always make sure you're consulting your vet, talking to other people for references. Do your own research.
Any professionals in your area.
Yes. Also, don't forget to click that follow button.
Or comment.
Do that too.
Yeah.
Again, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and email us at realtalkdogtalk@yahoo.com.
And thank you for joining us. We hope that you will be here for our next episode.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.